Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to ChriswithaC. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, on the table we've got a new second-hand car. Now, let me give you a bit of a backstory on this one. As you know, I've got an SSTe and I absolutely love the Hobao SSTe. Absolutely awesome truggy. I've literally kicked the living daylights out of it, and it was a present from my wife and daughter, and I keep running it and running it and running it, and it's just been reliable from start to finish, and tons of smiles, and really enjoyed owning the truck. Now, in the process of actually looking at upgrades and stuff like that, I was looking at the ST Pro. No, the ST Pro was a nitro car, and a lot of guys converted those into race truggies or bashers because of the strength and durability of them in the sense of the chassis and everything. Now, I swapped for an ST Pro with Rusty, a friend of the channel, and I got the car, cleaned it all up, and I thought, well, look, I've got an SSTe, which I really like. I've got no intentions of getting rid of it, as I say, present. So what am I going to do here? Right, well, David Watkins from RC for Dais. Guys, he had this Hobao Hyper MTX. Now, we got talking. David's a racer. I'm planning on doing a little bit, but David does a lot of racing. And he looked at the ST Pro and he thought, right, I want one of them. So we come up and we've gone with a two-way trade, and I've ended up with this MTX. This isn't a new car. You know, obviously, disclaimer for anyone looking at it for a new MTX. This is a project for me. Now, I do everything on a budget on the channel, as you know. I try to get the best bang for buck, e.g. second-hand cars, maybe second-hand parts or discounted parts and stuff like that, or maybe buying and selling and getting what I can and keeping it focused around keeping the price down, but still ending up with some really nice vehicles. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to dive down on the table. I'm going to show you this MTX, all right? Now, bearing in mind, don't take too much notice of the way the car looks at the moment. I have given it a clean. I'm going to show you what the plan is for this truck. And then, yeah, basically, you should talk you through the car and we can go through it from there. But let's go. Come on in. Right, guys. So as you can see, this is my new Hobao MTX. Now, guys, anyone who doesn't know about this, this is basically, from what I can tell, is a 1/7 scale monster truck. All right. Now, the body, obviously, David painted up, but he has bashed the vehicle. So with it not being new, as you can see, there are a few marks and stuff. We are going to be replacing the body. I've already made a decision on that. But taking the body off, the actual truck itself was in very good condition. Now, I do believe David didn't actually own this vehicle for very long. He bought it, used it a few times, and then we ended up doing a deal on the ST Pro. But as you can see, the actual truck itself is in absolutely lovely condition. A few little marks here and there, obviously bearing in mind it has been used. But yeah, I've kind of drooled over this truck for some time now. Ignore the motor, I'll explain that in a moment. That is a purchase we're going to be using for this build, along with the Spectrum 150 amp ESC, which I picked up from a friend of mine, Nathan. Was on the last video when we were out jumping our Arrmas. Guys, this is well, it looks like a C-frame chassis, all right? So it's full aluminium. As you can see, there's a lot of 7075 on there, and also a full aluminium chassis. I love this design. Obviously, you've got your battery trays situated east side, and obviously that's going to give you a nice center of gravity and also keep the weight well balanced between the two. Absolutely huge oversized shocks. Just everything is really stout and beefy on this truck. Now, ignore the Arrma part, as I mentioned, I'm using a motor, but the whole truck was in a very decent condition. And what I want to do now is actually improve on this myself. Just going through it, as you can see. Now, what I'm using to power this truck, as I mentioned, Nathan, a friend of mine, has just bought a fire team, and he's already upgraded. He's only running once. He's upgraded to a Max 6 now. So obviously this motor and this ESC over here, which is the 150 amp ESC, came available. That's a 2050 kV, 42. I believe is 68 or it might even be a 74. It might say on the back of the motor. No, it doesn't actually say. But yeah, that's going to be powering it. I'm going to be using stock gearing. As you can see, it's got a brand new rocket fan on top. And I'm just mocking everything up at the moment to actually get the truck ready to rock and roll. All this would need Loctite all in. But I'm going to pause the video 2 seconds, turn the car upside down. We'll show you the bottom of the chassis and yeah, some of the design keys with this. I really, really like the look of this. So guys, as you can see, has actually been used. There are marks on the chassis, but again, aluminium. I'm not bothered about that. This is quite common, and this would have happened even if I owned it from new. Really nice, thick, stout arms. Everything's made of a good quality. I'm quite happy with the Hobao plastics. I've only ever broken one shock cap end on my SSTe. We do have a transfer case, okay, for the gearing. So as you can see, it drops down, and then you've got these big long drive shafts going front to rear, obviously out to your differentials. Your servo would sit inside. Obviously, these are the battery cases we mentioned. You've got big wheelie bar on the back of it. So yeah, overall condition is absolutely brilliant. Like I say, I did spend a little bit of time cleaning this up. No problems with David. Is basically I caught him off guard, and when we were going to do the swap, and he didn't have a chance to clean the car, bless him. So me being me, I quite enjoy cleaning the cars up and everything. And I said, right, yeah, no problem. Let's do the swap, and I'll give it a bit of a clean. So yeah, like I said, guys, we're going to be using this Arrma motor in there, and obviously the stock pinion gear that's inside the vehicle that comes with it is actually a 15 tooth. Now I do have a 18 tooth there and a 17 tooth, and the other thing, he did also supply me with some shock shafts as well. So a rebuild kit for the shocks. There's 2 of them. So if I do have any problems bending any shock pistons or anything like that, I've got a spare kit there. Massive, huge receiver box. I'm trying to go later on now. What I'll be doing is mocking up the ESC. I'm going to be using the existing holes in the ESC plate, and I think we're going to use a nut and bolt and some 3M tape to actually lock it into place. Pass the wiring through here. Obviously, you've got your batteries come up, and I like these quick release battery straps as well. So what happens with this vehicle, they got little clips here, as you can see, one there, and then, oh, flipping heck. One there, I'm trying to do this one-handed, I do apologise. And then there's another clip underneath, as you can see, the little clip there. You push up, and that's your battery tray. So that comes out, you put your batteries in, and then you slot them back down again. So really, really nice design, that actually. I quite like that. The fact that you put your batteries in and out, and it saves you messing about, as you can hear, locking into place. Shocks are absolutely massive, and to get a scale of this vehicle, guys, I want to show you the size of the wheels a second, because this thing is absolutely massive. For they say it's a 1/8 scale. It's not. It's a 1/7 scale. So these are the wheels and tires that come with the vehicle. As you can see, absolutely massive tread pattern. David ran them. Apparently, by all accounts, they hook up pretty decent. I might actually look in get a set of badlands for it, or trenches. 3.8. I have seen Jason Perrin actually fitting some 3.8 trenches on his, and he has some good feedback on it. And you know, guys, if you want to know any more information, like a proper review and stuff, as I mentioned, RC Guide Garage, Jason Perrin, Chris Anthony, there's loads of good YouTubers out there will give you a proper review of this vehicle. My aim with these now is to start a bit of a build and basically get all the truck together. But yeah, huge wheels. But yeah, I'm going to use them for the moment, see how I feel about them, and then go from there. Okay, and the ESC, as you can see, is absolutely brand new. Spectrum firmware. I have already updated the firmware on this ESC. Nice big 150 amp ESC. I've had great experience with Spectrum electronic products. I know some may say, you know, obviously, there are a lot of guys will actually get a truck and just rip the stock electrics out and put them in. Me personally, I've been quite happy with the way the Spectrum electronics work, so I'm going to reuse this now, and it was a no-brainer. As you can see, that it's brand spanking new, the motor and ESC. So a massive shout out to Nathan Thomas, obviously, for providing me with these products. Like I say, the only downside to all of this for me was obviously the body. The body is in a bit of a state, but I kind of understand he has been sending it a little bit. And it's what the truck's designed for. And he's had his fun with the vehicle. For the moment, I might try and just obviously shoe glue it a little bit and put some stickers on it, clean it up a little bit more, get rid of some of the flaky stickers, and just run it. I am struggling at the moment, guys. I'm trying to find a body for the MTX. So I'm hoping they're either going to come in stock, either wheel spin here in the UK or Model Sport, or one of those kind of stockists, even the Line Treks or something like that. And I believe the body's brand new, are only £25, so that's a good thing. I'll paint it whichever colour I fancy then. I might have an idea for what colour I'm going to use. But yeah, great. Now as for receiver and servo, as you can see, waiting in my little box of tricks by here is a 35 kilogram to go in there. I will be using my FlySky GT5 on there as well. Again, all this on a budget, guys. That is the plan of the vehicle. I'm going to have it up and running. I've wanted one of these for a long time, and this was my way of getting hold of the vehicle. We came up with a deal that was amicable for both of us, and yeah, I've ended up with a truck that I've wanted for a long time. So absolutely awesome. What do you think, guys? Have any of you guys actually used one of these vehicles? Have you used the MT Sport Plus 2? Have you actually had an MTX? Can anyone tell me in the comments where I can get a body in stock in the UK right now? Answers down below, and I really would help me a lot. Tyre options. Has anyone else used different tyres on this vehicle? Give me, again, in the comments. I'm really happy with what I'm looking at here, as you can see, just to give you an idea. It's just really well made. Such a great way. I know it reminds me very much of a HPI Savage. HPI Savage used the same sort of, they say it's a D frame or a C frame. There's plenty of support on the vehicle. It is a little bit smaller than the MT Sport Plus 2. I love my Hobaos, and I'm quite excited about getting my hands on this one. So we've covered the servo, we've covered the electrics, we've covered the receiver and handset, we've covered obviously the speed controller. What I'm going to do, tyres, shell, what do you think? Let me know in the comments, guys. Let's dive back up top and we'll go from there. Welcome back, guys. Well, what do you think? The Hobao Hyper MTX. I can't wait to build this up. What I'm going to do now, obviously, I'm going to start preparing the vehicle. And the next time you'll see this, I think we'll have the vehicle up and running. I'm not going to do too much of a video of setting the car up. What I'm going to do this time around is actually get all the electrics and everything in, and give you an idea then, obviously, back on an updated video. Fingers crossed that by then I might have even had a chance to get hold of a body. I did initially have a plan of actually using, now this is the HPI Quantum Flux body. It was a friend of mine's, he never ran it on the vehicle, but I did offer it up to the vehicle, and he just looked a bit goofy, number one. I would have had to do too much trimming and stuff like that with it. So I am going to stick to my original plan. I'm going to get myself a original body for the MTX. But I have got a funky paint scheme that I want to try out as well. Massive shout out to each and everyone who obviously watching all the videos. 1,700 subscribers, guys. I never thought I'd be in the position to say this. I set a goal for April to get to 1,600, and we're just climbing and climbing. All the people in the comments, all the community, I'm really feel blessed and humbled. Thank you very much. Keep going, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing, and make sure you check the box for more videos. Until next time, guys, you stay awesome. See you later.